Hey guys, Andrew here, and today I'm going to be showing you my Euro 2020 predictions. And yeah, we've had a few little problems on the computer, so I'm going to be doing it on my other tablet. So yeah. So, Group A, Switzerland, Turkey, Wales, Italy. Very tight group, could go any way. I just think players like Immobile and, Barella, Insigne, good defensive players are going to carry Italy to top of this group. I think Italy will win it. And I love Wales to bits, but apart from Gareth Bale and maybe Daniel James, who Wales really got that's going to carry them to beat Switzerland or Turkey? No one. I'm sorry, Wales. I do love yous, but just cannot see yous getting out of that group. For Turkey and Switzerland's going to be tight. I just think Turkey have more goals in them. And I just think that will actually be tight. And I do think both teams will go to the last 16. I just think it's going to be very tight goal difference wise. So Turkey will just about do it by goals scored. Russia, Belgium, Denmark, Finland. Obvious who's going to win this group. Like players like Hazard, De Bruyne, Lukaku. Belgium are going to run away with this group. Belgium are the favourites, where we're going to see. Do I think the favourites will win the tournament? We'll see. I do think players like Eriksen and stuff like that, maybe not Eriksen, but Denmark, they've got a good enough unit. I don't think Denmark are going to be like a dark horse or anything. Hey, now that, you see that just popped up there? That's what comes up every time I try and make a video. But thank God it was on the right, it was on that tablet, not this one. Yay. Right, so Russia, Finland, who's going to finish third? I know most of the games are in Russia, but I would never ever write off a team, right, who it's their first international tournament. Speaking as an Irish fan here, remember Ireland in 1990, our first ever no, that wasn't our first ever tournament. Our first tournament was the year before that. But I'm just saying, I'll give you a better example. Iceland in the last Euros. Never ever write off a team's first ever international tournament. Finland are not going to come last in this group. I really do believe that. I just think Russia, not enough players are, in Europe as such. And I just think Russia, I do think they'll get a draw, but I just don't think they'll do enough, Russia, to go through. Austria, North Macedonia, Ukraine, and Netherlands. I'm sorry, Netherlands they're way too strong for this group, and I think they'll win it. Austria, North Macedonia, Ukraine. None of these sides are that good. None of those three are going very far, in my opinion. I just think Austria, I know they've not won a match in like 3 decades in an international tournament. I just think Austria have got more players in Europe that isn't just from Austria. So I do think that will help Austria a lot. And I'm going to predict that. As for Ukraine, I don't rate Ukraine at all. I never have. I just think Ukraine will just be a little bit better than North Macedonia. I do appreciate countries, qualifying for their first tournament and they do well. But there's a difference between that, like qualifying for your first ever tournament, there is, and being a little country like North Macedonia. I'm sorry, they're not going to do well in this tournament. Scotland, England, Croatia, the Czech Republic. This is going to be a fun little group. And I'm going to cause a bit of an upset here. Croatia, and I know you're going to say, oh, Irish man here talking. I still believe Croatia will win this group over England. I do think England will come second. It's just Croatia love a match against England. And when newspapers and fans overhype England, that can only go in one direction. The squad's a bit of a mess. Why didn't England take Ward-Prowse? I really do not know. I just saw this morning that bringing Ben White Why would you do that? Yes, I do think England are going to mess that up a bit. And I do think Croatia, players like Modric, Perisic, Kramic, last tournament for a few of them, got young players like Orsic coming up. They're going to do well for Croatia. They love a match against England. As for Scotland and the Czech Republic, I actually do believe Scotland will finish above the Czechs. And you might say, why? One, because Scotland, this is such a big deal for them. It is. And they played the Czech Republic first. I can see them winning that. And I saw the Czech Republic against Italy. They are not good. That is a team who's not getting out of their group. Group E, Poland, Spain, Sweden, Slovakia. I'm going to be honest with you. I think Spain are going to be that big country who flop. I just think that not bringing any Real Madrid players, not bringing Aspas who got 30 odd goals for you, I actually do believe Poland will finish above Spain. I think Poland are very good on their day. I don't think Poland will go very far, but I do think they'll win this group. Slovakia and Sweden, this should be us. We should be in Slovakia's place, but no, we're too shit. And I actually do believe Slovakia will finish above Sweden. And you might say, why? Slovakia very hard to break down. I also don't think Sweden are going to have a good tournament. I don't think they will. No, Ibra, Forsberg's alright, but Isaac's alright. Not enough to really go mad with. The group of death. Very tight. And don't write off Hungary in this group. Because, what was it? Remember the group of death in the World Cup in 2014 with Costa Rica? When they won that group. Never write off a little country, doing well for themselves. Not little, but, a country who's not expected to do much. Saying that, though, I actually do think the Portugal, France and Germany will just be too good. And I'm actually going to predict France to win. And I'm going to predict Germany to come second. And you might say, what on earth am I thinking here? Never write off the Germans, guys. Everyone is saying they're going to have a poor tournament. They're not. They've got players like Gnabry. They've got, players like Kimmich. And they've got a really good team. They have. Apart from maybe Werner at striker. But they're full with Champions League winners in the last 2 years for Chelsea and Bayern. France are just going to be too good. And Portugal never turn up in the groups. Never. Like, when was the last time Portugal went out and won a group in an international tournament? Last time they didn't, and they went far. So here we go. Predict the best 4 teams. I think Switzerland and Portugal will both get 4 points in their group. I just think Portugal's goal difference will be better. So I actually do think Portugal will be the best goal difference out of them. I do think Switzerland will be second. This is very tight. I'm actually going to predict Slovakia to go through. And I just don't think Finland or Ukraine are going to win a game in their groups. I do think Scotland will be the last team through. So Finland and Ukraine, I'm sorry, I don't think yous are going into the knockouts. Here we go. Last 16. First game, Belgium, Slovakia. I love Slovakia. They're hard to break down, but Belgium have got too much quality for them. Italy and Austria. I think Italy will win this about 3-0. Italy, I think, will have a good tournament. I do think that will happen. France and Switzerland. Switzerland could take France to extra time. But I just think at the end of the day, the French, too much quality for the Swiss. England and Spain. Know what? I'm going to go out on a limb and say this. Spain are not going to do well. I think England will beat Spain. I'm not even joking. I do think England will beat Spain. Poland and Scotland, look. I'd love to see Scotland winning this. I really would love to see Scotland in the last day. But I'm sorry, Poland. Players like Zizenki and Lewandowski, they've got a really good team, Poland, and yeah. Germany, Croatia. Croatia's players are maybe a little bit too old for this. I do think Germany will beat Croatia. And yeah, Netherlands and Portugal. This is where the tournament ends for the Netherlands. Despite winning their group, I just think Portugal will win this. Turkey and Denmark. I think Turkey are going to be a dark horse in this tournament. So I think they'll beat Denmark and go to the last eight. Okay, here we go. Belgium and Italy, first knockout game, first last eight game. You know what? We haven't gone for a shock yet, really, in these knockouts. I'm going to do it. This Belgium are going to have a match in this tournament. I know they're the favourite. They're going to have a match in the knockouts that they mess up. And this is going to be the one. Italy are not going to do bad in this tournament. Believe me. Never write off the Italians or the Germans. They're both very good. France and England. Look, I'm sorry, England, but France all the way. Poland and Germany again. I just think Germany have got too much quality for Poland. Portugal and Turkey. Would it surprise me if Turkey did win this? No. But I just think at the end of the day, Portugal have got too much for them. So Italy, France, Germany, Portugal. Know what I'm going to say? Look, my opinion, France are going to win this tournament, okay? I'm going to be straight up honest and say that. I don't want to be boring, though, and just say France will win it. No. No. I like a little bit of surprise, I do. And Italy might actually take France to penalties in this game. And let's just say Italy beat France on penalties. Why not? Germany and Portugal. Know what? I just think Germany are going to be... They've already, in my opinion, gotten a good result against Portugal in the group. They will. Italy and Germany final, my opinion. I know that sounds deluded. This could go either way. But I can just see the moment where it's going to be 0-0, going to go to extra time, and I can just picture Insigne cutting through the German defence, scoring a banger, and winning the Euros for Italy. I can just see it. I'm going to look back at this prediction and think, Italy to win the Euros? Yeah, why the hell not? Anyway, it's been me. See you next time.